What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 12th episode of the Lag Show. I'm joined, of course, with your boy Cody.
Uh, Messed up the audio already. Forgot to mute the stream right away, so we got a little bit of feedback, but fixed it within a couple seconds, so we're Gucci. But,
So much for getting serious.
so
Whatever.
yeah, so much for getting serious, guys. Already messing up. Am I fired now?
I mean, you've been fired multiple times, so
Well, I mean, it must be pretty
you
rough
just,
because
you just keep
well,
you
for
just
some
keep
reason.
crawling back.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought you were just were really pressed for help. You just had to keep bringing me back, even if this isn't the ideal situation. Like we just gotta have somebody just throw them in there.
Yeah,
Put me in coach.
basically.
Put me
basically.
in. Yeah.
So, what are we talking about today?
All right. Well, today I got a little cheat sheet here. So, from my notes, we had some MW4 rumors up front, and yeah, apparently you know about this. So I'm in the dark,
Yeah,
in
you
the
said
dark
you,
on this.
Yeah, you said you hadn't heard about them. So, yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the next Call of Duty, of course, being made by Infinity Ward, is rumored to be Modern Warfare 4. Now, I did see a news article that maybe these rumors had already been dismissed as false by Charlie Intel, but not, like, actually,
Activision or
yeah, Infinity Ward. So
or anyone, official. Um, Interesting.
I mean, rumors in general just take with a grain of salt, but
Yeah.
holy shit, I'm going like dumb hard right
You're,
now.
you're going in a little bit, but like, I guess I want to know, like, so what are the specifics of this? Like,
So-
besides just like, oh, it's under your 4, it's like, okay, well, they have to
one
back
of
it
the
up.
yeah, one of the main one of the main red flags, I guess I'll call it, that I saw in the rumors was that it's not going to have a campaign, and instead it'll have a remastered MW2 campaign
That's
and possibly like including the MW3 campaign, like back to back. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
continuous.
Okay, that's to me that's just sounds a little bit fishy. Like I just don't think they would do that. Like I don't think they could get away with literally just recycling content like that hard.
Yeah, not at this stage. I mean, COD's in such a interesting kind of sketchy
Yeah.
place right now. I don't think they'd risk that.
Yeah, I don't
And I mean,
see that happen.
I've said before, I think MW2 Remastered's coming out this year. Everything to me points to that. I mean, it's the 10th year anniversary. It's Infinity Ward's COD. I think we've talked about it on here before.
Perhaps.
That-
We've talked about it at least like personally on our own before, but I don't know if
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned on stream, but I mean, being the 10-year anniversary and the fact that it's like Infinity Ward's cycle,
yeah, it's their turn to make
like,
God,
that's-
and it's the 10-year anniversary. It's like that's pretty significant when you think about
yeah,
it.
that's huge, and I think they'd miss a massive opportunity if they didn't remaster MW2 and release it like alongside whatever the new COD is. I don't want to
Yeah.
see another Modern Warfare remastered where you have to
Pre-order
like.
it.
Yeah, you have to like
Or, like,
pre-order the game, buy the game, like the new
The
game
special
to get
edition.
the old
Or,
one.
yeah, you have to get like the special edition or something like that. It's like
Yeah, I think that
yeah.
was stupid.
That was really dumb. It really held that game like back, I think,
Yeah.
unnecessarily. So
And so that was like one of the main things that I just didn't sit well with me.
yeah, to me, I don't see that happening. Like, and also if they're gonna do NW2 and 3, why not also do Modern Warfare 1? Like, why would they do like
Yeah.
COD 4's campaign? If they're gonna do 2 of the 3, wouldn't you just do the whole trilogy? Like, to me,
Yeah, that would make more sense. Well, first off, I don't think that makes sense, but it would make more sense than just two and
yeah.
three.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, I guess there's the fact that they just remastered it in like MWR, so I guess that's kind of the case. That's like, well, why would they do it again? But like, I don't know. To me, it would just make sense if you're gonna go all out with a new like Modern Warfare game. Wouldn't you just like okay? I guess that kind of goes back to like what I think they're gonna do this year is just like at least what I want to see them do. Like I don't know if they're gonna do it, but like I would love to see them do like Modern Warfare, the trilogy in one game, where it brings all the maps from all the games together into one huge game, and just like, oh, it would be amazing, dude. And you just play the campaign all the way through all 3 games, just have it in one title. It would be amazing. It would actually be like probably the greatest COD ever made if they did that. The only issue is that like obviously there's some guns that like there'd be some balancing issues, and it would be kind of like, well, there's like multiple versions of the ACR, for example. Which one do we actually use in the game? Or is it like each game, like sub game, essentially has its own matchmaking and like maps or something like that? I mean, personally, I'd like to see it be like all the maps put together and just like bring it back, and then just like deciding some like maybe they'll bring the NW2 ACR instead of the NW3 one. Like, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
Or both. Honestly, who gives a shit? Like, just have them both be in the games. You can play with either one, because it's technically ACR and ACR 6.8, so not even named the same thing, even though they're really the same gun. But
yeah, one of the other pieces of the rumor said that the game would also have battle royale mode. Big,
that's not
big
surprising.
shocker there.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised by that. So to me, that's
like,
not
that
surprising. But like, here's the thing.
Realistic,
I
but
feel
that's
like the
such
leaker,
an easy thing.
That's such an easy thing to put into a leak, because
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
such
obvious.
an easy thing to be like, oh, they're gonna have battle royale. Well, yeah, every game that's come out in the last 6 months has had battle royale. So
yeah, like to me, that's just like, it's an easy way to make your like leak look more like legitimate, even though it might not actually be legitimate. So I wouldn't really buy that, basically.
yeah. And then another one. I mean, they leak, if it is a leak, you know, credible. Who the voice actor is for like the announcer and shit like that, and I'm not sure that's, I don't know, that's not really important. So also they say that supposedly MW4 introduces specialists for the first time in the Modern Warfare trilogy as it currently is.
You mean like the
like the Treyarch specialist bullshit
that's
that goes
that's
with
what I
each
thought.
class.
Yeah, like the battery, like the Seraph and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, the shit that nobody fucking likes.
Basically, like the shit that I'm like, which guy is just like this most generic thing possible, like the most like thing I don't care about. That's basically what I picked. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I probably think I would like kinetic armor, just because it's like, oh, it gives me health. Cool, that's pretty basic. Give me that. Like, I mean, yeah. To me, I just didn't really like those things. Just way too complex.
Yeah. It also says that it'll use the Pick 10 class system.
Okay, so BO2 basically.
I mean, that's.
That was Pick 14 or 13 or something, but yeah.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. A lot of people love like the Pick whatever it may be class system. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
I honestly, I really like the Modern Warfare like 2 and 3 like just class system. Like, not pick number or anything, but like choose a gun, choose a sidearm, choose attachments, and away you go. I don't know. I really like that one, but I can see where people like to pick 10.
Like,
so
it definitely like it's pretty basic, like the way like the NW2 and 3 ones are, but like it just works, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it definitely restricts what you can do, but that's at the same time that's kind of a good thing, because like sometimes you can create some extremely overpowered stuff. Like, that's why everyone ran around with no pistol, and they just all had like guns with like 3 or 4 attachments and like all the perks in the game. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because obviously that's just like the most powerful thing you can get. Well, more or less, it's like the best way to play, more or less. And so by restricting that, it made it so that you would get a lot more like average and not like super crazy overpowered set builds, and so you have a better play experience, I think. But I mean, it was fun though.
I like the MW2 3 class system. I think it worked well.
Yeah, I liked it. Like, going back to it, like when I played it every once in a while, it's like it feels good. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
to go back to. But I will say, it is still fun to go on like BO2 or something and have like just a combat knife equipped and just have like all the perks and just like troll people.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, like there's
definitely.
there's shit like that you can do, which is like, you know, it's really cool, and you couldn't do it otherwise. So there's definitely those like things that would like you kind of lose. But I think overall it'd make for a more balanced like matchmaking. Well, more balanced just play overall. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what else? So, and then it also just says that like MW4 will be the last insertion of the Modern Warfare series.
Okay, I mean that's another one that's pretty easy to say, you know, like it's like Battle Royale. It's like, okay, well you're not telling me anything groundbreaking here. Like if it's true at all, I would kind of hope it's the last one. Like just end it, okay? Like please don't give us a fifth one if you're doing that.
Yeah, you know, make it bigger and better than all the other ones, and then leave on a high note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just make it a super crazy big one for the fourth, and just be done, man.
Both, or I guess all three of the Modern Warfares were very well received games. So
oh yeah, they were all really big games at their time. Like probably some of the biggest, if not the biggest games at the time. At least in the console space. For sure.
yeah.
Because I mean, it's still different.
COD's always lagged behind on PC, so
yeah. PC's a whole different like thing though, because like a lot of other games, like just genres, are like really big, obviously. So it's different.
Yeah.
Anything else we got to add on this?
That sums it up for the
MW4
All right. Stuff.
Now, you mentioned this earlier today, and I was just like, what? I was very confused to what you're talking about. Is Soldier Boy consoles? What are you talking about? I looked and I said, I don't want to hear about it. Just tell me on the show, because I don't know like what the hell is going on.
Really surprised that you haven't at least seen like memes or something about it.
Well, I've seen memes about like Soldier Boy like just like doing stuff and like getting different things, but I didn't know what it was about.
So Soldier Boy, I don't really know the time frame. A few months ago, maybe, released like a way overpriced like Nintendo, like I think it was a DS knockoff.
Okay.
And Nintendo hit him with a lawsuit and told him to like get rid of it.
Okay.
And so he quit that, and now he's back with with a PS Vita knockoff.
Oh no.
And even people who generally like Soldier Boy, which I didn't even know those people existed.
Oh my god.
Even they're like, bruh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And now, because nobody's interested in his overpriced console knockoffs, he's asking for donations for them to like keep it going. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like, why?
Soldier Boy consoles. What a brand. Like, wow. Because I saw some memes about it, but I didn't know what it was about. I just hadn't heard about it, but wow. I mean, a bunch of dumb shit. What else is new from Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
So, whatever.
I mean, make a tent out of the shirts you used to wear. That should get you some more money.
Okay. We can move on from that one really quick. So, The Division 2, apparently the beta has been dated. I think it's February 7th through the 10th or something like that.
Yeah, 7. I don't know. One place that saw us at 7th through the 11th, and another place said 7th through the 10th. I don't know which one's actually the right one. But you'll get the beta if you pre-order the game. You know, pretty average stuff. And then you can also right now go on their website and register for a chance to be in the beta, similar to the Anthem beta or alpha that was a month ago or so.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just checked on their trailer thing on here. It is from the 7th to the 10th, according to what the trailer says, on their official video. So that, and then apparently the actual release date, March 15th. So,
Yeah.
the Ides of March.
So what do you? I guess. First off, are you interested in the Division 2? Like, are you interested in getting it?
Potentially. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like super hyped for it. I would say I'm definitely in the camp of I'm gonna wait and see how good it is, and then I might buy it. I'm definitely not gonna pre-order the game, just because like I don't know, like the Division 1 was like it was okay, but it was just it ended up being too grindy of a game for me in the end, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't a game that I could just kind of keep playing for a long time. It was just like you played it and it was okay, but then like at the end in the end game you're basically just replaying the same missions over and over again, and it's just really grindy, and I just didn't want to do that. So basically I just kind of want to see what the gameplay is like, if there's any variation, if they changed how the PvP works and stuff, and if it's like a better system than the Dark Zone than the Dark Zone was. So. Yeah. Basically, I'm just kind of in a wait and see mode on it. I mean, I'm
That's the thing. Like, what do you like about the Division 1 that you'd want to see return in the Division 2 that would help its case?
I mean, I would say I liked like the game. Like to me, like the game world was good. Like the story is like I don't want to say the story's good, because the story kind of was. I don't know, it wasn't really like that good, but it could have been good, if that makes sense. Like. The world the story is set in is pretty good. It's just that they need to like flesh it out more. If that makes sense.
There wasn't like the story was like
just going through
no
missions.
details.
Yeah, like it was just like you go kill this person because they're a bad dude. I'm like, okay, like
it's like, oh well, this guy, you know, like was the cause of the like epidemic. Go figure out like, why.
Yeah, it just...
And then you, like, ran around and killed a bunch of dudes, and, I don't know, like, the narrative just wasn't strong. Like, the story was... The idea was fine, but the narrative
like the concept of the Division and, like, everything around, like, the world of it, like, is really cool and fascinating, but, like, there just isn't... But then, like, the actual narrative just isn't there to, like, support it. Like, I feel like they just could have done so much more with it. So if they, like, did that, you know, if they bring back, like, again, like, this world, and like they bring in more narrative, like that would be really, really good, I think. And also if they kind of like switch up the PvP system, or like they switch it around in some way so that there's more ways to play it in the Dark Zone, because if there even is a Dark Zone, unless they completely change it so like the whole world's all like one kind of a thing, there's like always a PvP option somewhere kind of thing. I don't know if that would work very well, but you know.
Yeah, I don't like. Definitely one of the main things I want to see return is the Last Stand mode.
Oh yeah, the survival mode. Yeah, that was like, when that came out, that was like the best part of the game, because the rest of the game kind of sucked. Like it was just so much different, and it just played so much differently than the rest of the game.
Yeah, because like you could play it PvP, or you could play it PvE, and just be like, you know, your only issue was the people in the environment.
Yeah.
And like the PvP was way better than the actual PvP in the game, because everybody started with nothing. Like, it was a lot like modern battle royales before they were popular.
It really is, because when you think about it, like
it's
the
like
reason
a battle
why
royale with an ending besides just killing everybody.
Yeah, like it actually,
like you didn't win from
like
killing everybody, you won from escaping.
Yeah. And that was like, that's what made it so good, is the fact that like the main PvP was based on basically how much you grinded the game and how much you just like spent time playing the game, and if you just had really, really good items, you could just like steamroll everyone else, and that was just, that's and if you just roll a pack and you just abuse the rogue system, like if you basically just do that, you win. And in like this other, in the survival mode, like everyone starts at the same level, like the same stuff, and from there you just gather stuff. So like everyone joining that game is essentially on the same playing field when you join, and that's what makes it actually like fun to play, because the main PvP is not balanced at all, basically, and it's just not fun. You know, you just don't want to play a game when where you're sitting at a significant disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fun to play. So
yeah, that, and you would run into like people who had cheesed the system or combined these specific items, or even there was a point where there was a couple of glitches or bugs in the game that would like just allow you to have an insane amount of damage, like in the millions when everybody else is running around with like 100,000, you know.
Yeah.
And so you just get absolutely wrecked because that guy, you know, cheesed the system and was outputting 10 times more damage than anybody else. And it was, I don't know. And they're like, and the map wasn't really, like, they tried to do like sort of a bounty system where if you killed somebody in the dark zone, then you have a target placed on your head. And like, that was fine. But the problem is the map wasn't really set up for that. So if you had a group of people, you could like go up this ladder where there was one way up
and just camp, like,
and just sit there and just kill everybody else that was in their instance. It was broken in that way.
Yeah, or you could also just have people that just sit outside the checkpoints and just like camp the checkpoint. Like, people just walk in and then all of a sudden it's like, oh look, there's a group of people, I'm dead. Like, yeah. Or people that like walk in front of you while you're trying to shoot like a rogue agent to make you go rogue, and then they kill you.
Yeah.
Like see, that's pretty dumb. So yeah, there was a lot of issues with the PvP in the Division. So basically, to me, if they improved that and everything, then yeah, I'd be interested in the game. But if I see it and it's basically like the exact same thing as the Division 1 in terms of PvP and stuff, and like the end game, then I'm gonna say I'll probably pass on it. Like, maybe I'll like, I don't know, play through it once, like I'll like rent it or something like that just to get like the campaign, play it once, and just see like what it's like. But then like I probably wouldn't like want to keep playing it after that. Like, I just get after the story once and then be like, alright, laters. So
Yeah.
yeah, because like I said, I'm interested in the world. Like, I'm interested in like what they do with the world and stuff. So at least.
What I just went 16-0. That's great. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Division because the combination, like, I don't know, like, yes, it was grindy, but like working for that piece of gear that you knew existed and you knew you needed was also kind of fun, you know what I mean? Like, working towards a build was fun, but like the amount of grind and like linearity of the like path to get there sucked.
Like, cause it was literally, oh, you need this? Okay, you need to play this literally one mission in the game that can give you this piece, this like item, and you just need to keep playing it forever until you get what you want. It's like,
not only that is like when the game first came out or whatever, like every month or so they'd update it, add new gear that rendered your entire build out irrelevant.
Yeah, and like I'm not against like developers adding content, but like you shouldn't add content that like, completely obsoletes everything that everyone else
like,
has.
I get the need to do that, and it was probably a better choice than not. But I mean, at least matchmake me with people that are like, and I mean there was like gear matchmaking, but it wasn't very great because the player base wasn't big enough to support it. So you'd get matched with people that had way better gear than you had, and I mean it was a big circle.
It's yeah. Again, like the whole system's just kind of like messed up, and plus even within the same like gear level, the people that are like min-maxing their gear, right, and getting like even if it's the same actual gear level, like if they just get all like the quote-unquote perfect pieces at that gear level, they'll still be significantly stronger than you are.
Yeah.
Like, and so gear level isn't really like the best indicator. Like, it's a pretty good general indicator, but
yeah,
like,
that's another thing is like they matchmaked solely based on, well, like if you're partied up and gear level, which gear level was probably the shittiest indicator of how you could actually do in the game.
Like, what they should have done is like match made based on like what your like damage, health, and like special score was, like all those combined, and like factor that in, because like, okay, how much damage does your weapon do? Maybe I shouldn't match you with people that can like damage 10 times more than you, because they're probably just gonna like delete you. I mean, it just, I don't know. But then at the same time, then you're punishing people who actually play the game like quote unquote well, who play it a lot, you know? But then
Yeah,
again,
I guess, but
at the same time, you'd be matching those people with
There's gotta
other
be-
people that
there's
like
gotta
grind
be a-
super hard. So it wouldn't
yeah, there's
really
got
be
to
that
be a
bad.
better balance than what there was.
Yeah, there's just got to be a better way to do it, basically.
That's my point. Is this like it
Yeah.
wasn't total trash, but it wasn't good. Oh, holy lag!
Just the lag
Play
show.
this game anymore. Yeah, this is the lag show. Welcome to lag.
Wow, that is a welcome to lag. Oh my god. All right, so Division 2, I think we covered that pretty well. So there's a new Far Cry coming out. I believe it's called New Dawn, right?
So yeah, I think that's what it's called. But I was like, I literally saw like a news article about the game, and I was like, didn't the other one, whatever the last one was, just come out? Like,
Far Cry 5. Yeah.
yeah.
Because there was, well,
Like,
there was like,
what even
there was
happened
4.
to that game?
There was 4. Then there was Primal.
yeah,
Then there was 5, and now they announced New Dawn.
And
So-
like 4 was good. I mean, we both played that.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
And Primal seemed like it could have been an add-on to one of the other Far Cries.
I
I don't know. Like it just didn't seem like it was a
full-fledged game.
full game. Yeah. And then now they're working on this new one, and I like honestly I haven't heard anything about Far Cry 5. It is 5, right?
Yeah, 5's
Yeah.
the newest one that's out right now, yeah. I mean, yeah, I heard a lot about it just because people were, like, mad about certain things. There's all a bunch of, like, political crap in it. So that's because, well, it's Far Cry, so people get mad about dumb shit. But, yeah, like, it's been out. It's fine, I guess. Apparently it's pretty good.
Was it well received?
I mean, generally, like, at first it was pretty mixed reactions, but, like, I think it like, recently it's been pretty good. Like, well, let me open up Steam really quick. I can like just check out like what its score is like on the store. Far Cry 5. Yeah, it is mixed, so it is
How
at
many
63%
Predator missiles do
positive.
these guys have? Jesus.
Yeah, so 63% positive for Far Cry 5. Honestly.
So
Well, no, that's 60% recent, 67% all time. That's 26,000.
Oh, this lag is rough. I don't mean the show. I mean like the actual.
This lag is pretty rough, man. Anyway, yeah. But I mean, yeah, it was. From what I can tell, it was apparently a pretty fun game. But I mean, I didn't play it, but I thought like it's on my wish list.
I'm really confused as to why I have Blast Shield as my #1 specialist.
Dude,
Whatever.
the nades, man. The
Anyway.
nades spam in this game. You gotta watch out.
Yes. What else?
Is that like my custom class that I set up? 'Cause that looks like all the stuff that I run. Like,
I mean,
it
no
actually,
idea.
it actually might be because like literally the class setup looks like that was the custom class I made when I was like at your house. But anyways, cool.
So, one piece of news that's not really gaming. I mean, sure, you could tie it into gaming if you really wanted to, but it's
Did we
not
finish
really
Far
gaming
Cry?
related. That I thought.
Do we finish Far Cry? I mean,
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's like yeah, there's a new game coming out. I didn't think it was that like. I thought it was pretty well covered before, but you know, I mean, I don't think the New Dawn is going to be like mainline in the series because just looking on the Steam really quick too, the Steam, the Google, it says it's going to cost $40 instead of $60. So I'm assuming they know it's not like a full like mainstream like Far Cry game. It's like Primal, it's like an offshoot game, so they're probably gonna charge a little less for it. So I think it's one of those kind of deals. So it's whatevs. It's like the post-apocalyptic one, right? You know that, right? That's what the New Dawn
I
is gonna
really
be.
don't know anything about it at all.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like themed in like post-apocalyptic America because like they're taking from what Far Cry 5 did, is where like a nuke goes off in Montana. It's like spoiler alert, by the way. In Far Cry 5, that's what happens. And what they're doing is apparently they're just saying like after the nuke goes off, like what happens in like the post-apocalyptic area around there. Basically, is what like it's supposed to be. So, so it's kind of like building off of like the 5th game, but it's just like an offshoot one. So there's that. Anyway, so yeah, our next topic, which isn't super gaming related, but it is definitely interesting. But first, it's time for our merch plug. It's been 30 minutes anyways.
Yas.
So, if you haven't already, you definitely need to go to laggedoutshow/store because we got the best merch. But let me tell you. And so, yeah, I'm just surprised you haven't been there yet to buy that crap.
I'm waiting for you to tell me. You said let me tell you, and then you stopped.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so
laggedoutshow/store. Check out our merch. You got t-shirts, sweatpants, hoodies, hats,
all the stuff.
fucking coffee mugs, you know, to set at your desk at work. So your coworkers be like, "Yo, lag, what's that?" You can be like, "Oh, it's a show that I watch every week because I'm a dedicated and amazing viewer."
Exactly.
I mean, you should say it in those exact words.
I mean, I wouldn't phrase it like that, but I just feel like, hey, it's pretty neat, so. Anyways, so
moving on.
So moving right along, our final topic for today is fusion energy.
Yes. So there's been a lot. Rewind. I'm a big physics. Well, okay. I don't want to say I'm a physics nerd because I don't know anything about physics, like the actual.
Like workings of it.
Yeah, like the actual math behind it. I don't know any of that. But I think theoretical physics and astronomy and just anything related to space or the quantum physics, I am fascinated by it. And I read a lot of stuff about quantum physics and stuff like that I don't understand. Well, only about a quarter understand, enough to know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And so in the news lately, there has been a lot of talk about fusion energy. And for those of you who don't know, fusion energy is the opposite of fission energy, which is what we use right now. So in fission, we split atoms apart to harness the energy from that reaction. And fusion, we cram them together and force them to combine. And that releases a lot more energy than fission does. It's what our sun does to make its energy.
Yeah.
I think all stars do. I don't know.
Yeah. All stars are just big fusion reactions that just have been going for billions of years. So
yeah,
basically.
And so we've had a little bit of success making fusion reactors, but it's really hard because, obviously, recreating the sun here on Earth isn't the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, it's kind of hot,
Yeah, and so we have to make these giant containers that hold super hot, super heated gas that turns into plasma, blah 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 blah. And I should have researched this a little bit more, but I think we have actually done fusion, made a fusion reactor that had net positive energy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've done that. Like one time you were mentioning
fairly recently. And so building off of that, one private company estimated that they will have commercially available fusion energy and then by 2023, which is way before anybody else expects it to be done. So
yeah, that's pretty insane.
So who knows if they'll actually be able to pull it off, but more power to them if they do.
Yeah, if they pull it off, that's gonna change the energy markets completely,
Oh yeah, I mean that's revolutionary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever that comes out, it's gonna really change electric production and consumption throughout the world, really. I mean, hey, maybe I'll buy Teslas finally. Totally unrelated.
Tesla, now with fusion energy.
Yeah, now with fusion energy Tesla. Ooh. Well, you just be charging it from fusion energy, essentially, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah. It's definitely, crazy to think about, just because, the potential, energy we can harness from fusion is obviously theoretically or effectively infinite, and so yeah, it would just obsolete so many other things, and yeah, it's crazy to think about, basically. But I don't think I don't know if they can get it done by 2023. They'll be balling out, like actually, because to make it commercially viable, it means it has to be like basically profitable in some way, not just like constantly taking losses running the thing. So like I'm not doubting the fact they can make a reactor because I've already done it before, but the thing is it's obviously like costs like a shit ton to do. So
yeah. Anyway, before we end, actually, like a couple announcements that I'll do at the end, just so it didn't bore you at the beginning. One, still doing the giveaway, so if you subscribe, you'll have a chance to win a free month of Xbox Game Pass. In the last video, we talked about like getting serious on lag or whatever. Ironically, I failed to upload that video that week on time, which is my B, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic. I was definitely.
But starting now, we're gonna get serious.
Yeah, it's like just kidding. Now we're serious.
Yeah, this week though, actually, the video came out like what 7 o'clock this morning. Like shit was ready to go, primed and ready.
Primed and ready. There we go.
And hopefully you should be able to expect that from here on out.
Mm.
Another thing is last video I talked about the like funny moments montage type thing that I was gonna make with me and Cody and one of our other buddies. Just like taking random gameplay footage that I've gathered for the last couple weeks and throwing it together and just making a funny moments video. That should be out within the next couple weeks. I don't want to say it'll be out next week because there's a lot of footage to go through. Like I didn't do a very good job of like marking down when like I thought funny moments happened, stuff like that. I was just kind of passively recording. And
yeah,
so
it's gotta go mark it down again.
Yeah, right now I'm like scrubbing through like hours upon hours, like tens of hours of gameplay, and just kind of watching it back and scrubbing through it real fast to see what all funny moments happen. And so that'll be done sometime soon. I'm through most of the videos, trying to figure out where the funny moments are and stuff. And it'll take me a little while to actually edit it down and do good editing because I want it to be a good video, like just in general. Obviously, yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to put out a bad video.
Yeah.
So yeah, expect that in the next couple weeks. Also got some maybe some massive content in the works, but I don't really want to talk about that yet.
We gotta confirm that first before we
yeah, we gotta get that confirmed, but maybe a huge collaboration on the channel. Again, I'm not gonna say who because it's it's a long shot.
Just shut up already. Okay.
It's a long shot, but it would be amazing if it happened.
Oh yeah, be amazing.
So keep your eyes and ears open. Got anything you want to add?
Not really. Besides, shout out to Kappa Quad in the chat. You're not using your kill streaks, by the way, Tristan. You're bad.
Hey, I'm glad somebody called me out.
Yeah, he's calling you out in the chat. He's like, "What are you doing? You're bad." Anyways, so shout out to you, chat.
And Cape Quad, you are correct that the MW3 servers. I haven't played this game much since it became backwards compatible. The MW3 servers are trash nowadays.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
The first game I played on here tonight wasn't too bad, but every game since then has been absolutely horrible. So it's a little bit painful to play and probably more painful to watch. But
at times the lag is pretty bad.
But the lag is so good.
Oh yeah, but hopefully it makes good content. That's we can only hope.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week, Friday at 6:30. Check out the videos on YouTube. Yeah, see you guys later.
See you later.